Jessica C.
Okay, so the first question is, how have you or how do you plan to continue to expand your brand?
Hello, everyone. As I said, I feel like I should introduce myself kind of over again because that's just how I am. Jessica, once again. I think it just really comes to like networking in events like this. I'm always happy when I attend events and you expect it to be a larger turnout. I'm happy that y'all are here, basically, because this is what it takes to expand your brand, just basically networking with people. Just basically meeting somebody in a room that you haven't met before. I feel like a lot of our peers don't take advantage of stuff like this. So shout out to y'all for even having this. I love things like this. This basically just comes to talking to people. Social media, of course, but I can only take you so far. I'm a strong believer in getting face-to-face and actually letting people know the real you. So that's what I plan on doing, just continuing to travel, come to Winthrop, do things like this, and just basically meeting people. That's how you expand your brand.
What's the largest obstacle you've overcome so far?
Oh God. I would say my largest obstacle was realizing that the people that I thought would be there to support Peekaboo Pretty Girl when it first started out weren't those people. Like I expected so many of like my friends and like friends I've had since college, people that I've known to be like the main ones showing up to my events, the main ones donating, the main ones retweeting, the main ones just supporting, and they weren't. So it really just taught me a lesson that you're not by yourself, but you gotta get used to being by yourself. The people that you thought would be there for you aren't. And also, like India, like she said earlier, if you're walking in your purpose, if you're doing something that you're truly meant to do, then all the people who are supposed to support you would end up coming along. So it's a little discouraging at first. I was discouraged. I'm like, oh my God, where am I gonna get all this donors and stuff from? But it's like they're coming in. It's not the people that I expected it to be, which is fine. It's new people support. So that was my largest obstacle. Just my friends, my friends not really supporting me.
Okay. Our next question is, do you have a mentor? If so, elaborate on how you found one and the benefits that you gained from having one.
I do have a mentor, and I actually came across her when Peekaboo had our first event last June. We had a mixer, and I'm I'm into PR, so I'm one of those people I don't care about blowing up your email and calling you and stuff like that. That doesn't bother me. So I was just like literally flipping through the Black pages looking for Black professionals to invite to this mixer. And so I came across this couple called, where their last name is Ravenel, and it turns out that she has her own nonprofit down in Charleston that works with women and mentoring them and she's like a relationship coach. And so we just end up clicking. She ended up coming to the mixer. I ended up getting very cool with her. She might be like early, mid-30s. I definitely believe in mentors because she's doing something on another scale that I'm trying to get to. Like she invited Peekaboo. We actually partnered with a conference with them this summer. And so I'm learning so much from just being under her, like how to run a conference and how to like get sponsors and how to do things in order and just, being able to have calls with your team weekly. Just little stuff that you pick up because they've been there, they've been doing it longer than you. I definitely believe in mentors because I feel like I know a lot, but I also know I don't know everything. And so just having somebody that you can just kind of follow in their footsteps, they can lead you along the way. So I definitely recommend mentors.
The next question is, what is the most impactful advice you've received thus far?
Oh gosh. I think the most impactful advice is to stay persistent and keep going. Because when you're an entrepreneur, or not even just entrepreneurs, when you're trying to get into the workplace, whatever your purpose is in life, you're gonna face obstacles. I mean, that's just what it is. It's not gonna be an easy breeze to get there. Otherwise, we will all be millionaires and all be super successful. So actually heard my pastor say the other day at Bible study, the key to getting through hell is to keep going. So just keep going. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna be frustrating. There's been times I'm just like, you know what, bump this. I don't feel like staying up late and packing these gift bags. I don't feel like reaching out to these people, and I'm just tired of everybody just calling me. But you just gotta keep your end goal in mind and just stay consistent. Just know like all this energy that you're putting into this one thing is gonna manifest. I know it may look like when is my big break is gonna happen, like everybody else is living their dream like that Raven said down there. But you gotta know like people, you're only seeing their life now. You don't see all the hustle and grind they put in for the past 5 to 10 years. You don't, see all that. But I really like a lot of success books and different biographies by different successful people in the world. They all talk about the grind. They all talk about when it got hard, they kept going, they made ways out of no ways. So that's the biggest piece of advice, that's what my mentor told me. She's like, it's gonna get hard, but keep going, Jess, you got it. So everybody, whatever you're doing, keep going.
What motivated you guys to like, I guess, pursue what you're doing now and do what you're doing now? What clicked in your head and said, hey, this is what I'm gonna do? And I guess who inspired you as well? Or if anybody, or if anything, what inspired you?
This is probably one of my favorite questions. What motivated, what inspired me? Well, basically, if you follow Peekaboo for any amount of time, you may have heard me mention that I planned to be a neurosurgeon all of my life. I went to school, like since I was a little girl, went to the summer camps, I dissected cadavers, I was like the science nerd and everything. So when I got into college and I was an exercise science major, I knew that it wasn't what I was meant to do when I was in high level classes making C's and really not caring. Like that's the thing, I'm just like, I really don't care, I'm not bothered. So that's how I knew that wasn't my purpose, because if I really wanted to be a doctor, you best believe your girl would be making straight A's. So the idea of Peekaboo got planted when I volunteered at a women's shelter. And it was probably 2 years before it was in 2012 when the seed got planted. And the next year when I was 21 years old, my best friend Kendra, we were both in New York and she wanted to be a psychologist at the time. And we were just walking around New York, we got back to our hotel and we were like, you know what? Don't just be in the doctor thing. This is what our parents want us to do. We're too fly for this. You know, we love makeup and fashion and shopping and traveling and stuff. How can you do that working 40, 80, 70, however many hours in an emergency room? So we kind of I guess what I'm really trying to say, we were doing that because it was safe. Like I know I'm gonna make money as a doctor. I know that. And so I never thought that I could make a career out of, giving back to people and my love for fashion and makeup. So we just kind of took all limits off of ourselves. And just went after what we wanted to do. So that's what I tell people all the time. Just if it's something that you're meant to do, if it's your purpose, all your help is gonna come. Just pursue it ferociously. Just run after it, put your all into it, and it will all come together. So yeah, don't let fear is man-made. I don't believe in it. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let the influence of parents and friends and mentors and teachers and stuff. Just do what you were put here to do, and it's gonna all work out.
So many of y'all, first off, good job so far. You've some great advice. Many of the attendees really engaged tonight, and I just want to know, how do you become so comfortable with public speaking? How do you get past that barrier? Because I know that's one of the number one barriers for people speaking with other people. So how do you get past that?
I think that goes off what Deja mentioned earlier, and that's just being authentic. Like you just get up in front of people and just simply act like you're conversing with your friend. Whenever I meet people, I'm always like, hi, my name's, I'm always just the same person. And I think a lot of times people have fears of public speaking because you're worried about how people are gonna see you and look at you. But if you're up there being yourself, then it should just kind of just flow naturally. And it just comes with practice. My first really big experience with public speaking was when I gave my high school graduation speech to like a crowd of like 1,000 plus. And when I was able to do that, that made me realize, okay, Jessica, you can actually do, some public speaking. I took public speaking classes in college. So actually, if you're having problems with it, don't be afraid to use those resources that will help you. Public speaking classes, reading books about public speaking, reading speech books, like the resources are out there. I think in order to be a successful entrepreneur, you don't necessarily have to do public speaking all the time, but I can tell you it'll really help to be able to get up in front of people and just, be able to talk and to relate. Yeah, just being yourself. Like I'm up here chilling. Really, I'm like, hey everybody, like just be yourself. That's what I would recommend.
Does anybody else have any other questions to ask, or do you guys? Okay.
Just one more, I guess. So what was one particular moment where you felt like all of the hard work was worth it? So like what?
I would say for me, when I knew Peekaboo was something special, is when we had our first brunch last October. They had like a beauty and business brunch, and we invited 30 girls out. You could purchase tickets, and we had like a panel and everything. So when I got there that day to see how it was set up and to see that, oh my God, like Janet Parker is really here speaking, and Neat from Hot 103.9 is really here speaking, and this pastor from a mega church is really here speaking, and just seeing like the different vendors that we had and seeing like all these girls. I think that was when I first met Denise. She's on the Peekaboo team. Holla, yeah. So just seeing and really seeing, like I spoke earlier about my friends the people that I thought would support me, and they weren't there. So seeing like this whole new wave of girls that just caught on to this movement, I'm just like, this is awesome. Like people would really like this. So I think that was the moment where I knew that it could really go somewhere.
Thank you. So we're gonna have to go ahead and wrap up this session, but I do want to let you guys know if you have any more questions, these ladies will be walking around and mingling with you all. So feel free to just go up and ask them. They won't bite. They're nice. Okay, so thank you, Jessica, India, Deja, and Raven, for your willingness to share your work